What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. It's just been another day in the life of being a tool maniac, I guess. I had a annoying experience to start the day. I went to an estate sale, tried to get some good stuff, and I was really excited about this one because the pictures online were of this great garage. I mean, it was really cool. Lots of stuff. And I got there, and there was lots of stuff. I got there at 9 a.m. when they opened, but I was so mad. It was a huge waste of my time. I drove 30 minutes to get there, and I didn't get anything because it was so crowded in this little garage, and all these people were being so rude. If you ever go to estate sales a lot, sometimes people will be really rude at them. Like, they just have no sense of people space. They just walk up. If you're looking at something, they'll almost like shoulder you out of the way and look at it. It's just like crazy. So I got so frustrated that I left. And there was some really good stuff there, but I couldn't do it. I could not spend any time in there. I got so mad, so I left. So then I went by a store to see if I could salvage something, and I sort of did. So I guess this video is just going to be a day in the life of being a weirdo who's obsessed with tools and has a YouTube channel that reflects that. So on my workbench here, I've got these 3 pairs of pliers. These are what I'm using all the time on my workbench these days. These are vintage channel lock. These are like, if you compare these to, let me see if I got a pair of the newer ones in here. I do. And these are actually these haven't gotten too beat up yet, but if you look at these, look at that, just look at the way it looks, they're great. They have the rivet like this instead of the nut, but this is a much older pair. Look at the difference in the finish on these. It's incredible. I actually didn't do much in the way of finish work on these, like restoring them. I just polished them up a little bit, but you see how well these ones are grinded down and stuff compared to these. So vintage channel lock is awesome. I put these plasti dip handles on these. I put gray. I don't know why, but these are a really good little pair of pliers now. And I've got this little trio of vintage ones. These are my slip joints that I love. Channel lock slip joints. And these guys here, which are actually really great. I restored these. These were a pair of those needle nose, like real slim point needle nose pliers, but they were real jacked up on the ends, like very pointed, like very splayed out on the ends. You know how needle nose pliers get when they're just bent out and stuff, and you can't really, that's just when it's time to get a new pair. But I ground it down and made it flat right here, and it actually made these a really useful pair. Like, they're great. I use them all the time. For some reason, they're like a little mini pair of duckbill pliers or something. They're awesome, and I am just in love with them. So I figured, since these 2 boys have handles already, I'd put some handles on these. And these are going to get channel lock blue, or the best I could find anyway. So this is the blue plasti dip. I ordered it off of eBay, and I figured I'm just going to talk to you guys about a few different tool subjects and do the plasti dip as I go. So I stopped at this thrift store on the way back from the damn estate sale that I didn't buy anything at. They had a freaking awesome set of Nicholson files at that estate sale that I'm so mad at myself for not getting. I should have just grabbed it and got in line. There was a line to even pay. Stupid. Anyway, I'm just salty about that experience. But I stopped at this store on the way back, and I at least salvaged my my trip. Now these are actually a kind of a wide handle, so when I do this, it's like real slow and methodical. Man, these touch the edges. I'm afraid these are going to touch the edges when they get a little bit of width from the handles on them. But I ended up getting a couple pretty cool screwdrivers at this thrift store. And I ended up being happy. Whenever I do this plasti dip, I try to do it like just nice and slow. I never want the edges to touch. So, pretty good. I'm going to stick this up on a magnet, let it dry, do another coat. So, anyway, I'm going to show you these guys here. This video, this is going to be for the hardcore real world tool reviews fans. These two were taped together. That's the reason I bought both of them. I was just walking through this thrift store that I stopped at on the way home because I wanted to see if I could find something good since I'd driven all that way. Didn't want to come home empty-handed, you know. And for $3, I purchased these two items. Now this thing looks like one of those Harbor Freight screwdrivers, you know, but it's not. It's a Westcon Products Company, Wichita, Kansas is what that says. A Latshaw tool. And it's a bit driver, a ratcheting bit driver. Now, there's nothing super fancy about it. It's pretty old. But it does reverse. It slips a little bit, but I'm going to work on it and see if I can't get it to work. Once you get it going, it works okay, but I don't know. This I just bought because it was taped to this, and this bit is rusted in there, and I put some WD-40 on it. I'm letting it soak, but this might be a lost cause. But you put bits down in there, kind of a neat old screwdriver. It is made in the USA. But this is the one that I was super happy to find just purely because I'm a Craftsman collector. And this is the all-in-one USA Craftsman. Now, you know, it's got all these bits down in here, and if you keep it in between the arrows here, none of them will fall out. But it's got a really interesting way that the bits come out, and it had all the bits, and all the bits are in pretty good shape. But you put it on its arrow wherever the bit is you want, and they stay in there. They have a way that they go in there and click down and go down into a magnetic part, and it's like a solid little, you know, screwdriver. It almost reminds me of an early version of the Pickwick, you know, with the different bits in the side. But this just, they stay in there. They're secured. So I don't know how much I'll ever use this, but it's a great collector's item if you like Craftsman stuff. It's just really neat, the all-in-one. It's just something that I really enjoy is Craftsman USA, and you know, it's totally cool. It's totally usable. So for $3, I was more than happy to get this in good condition, and you know, we'll see what this ends up doing. But $3, that's your tool haul for the day. And then I picked up this thing. Now today I had this. I bought this on Amazon, but I figured I'd throw this stuff in the video, and I was using this today. Now, once this showed up and I was using this today, I kind of just realized something that was kind of cool. So today was air conditioner maintenance day, since we're cutting on the air conditioner. Cut it on for the first time last week, and I after the fall, all these leaves get up in the condensing unit and stuff, and I always take the top off, and you know, it's a bunch of 5/16 screws anyway. So I use this, and this little DeWalt kit, it has all these impact rated ones like right here, and then I put this Malco one in here because it fits on this, and it works really good. So I was using the Malco. If I have to use it for impact stuff, I'll use these ones, but because these Malcos, they break with an impact. Actually, you know what? It really doesn't matter. It's not this that breaks. It's the Malco version of this that breaks. So far so good with this DeWalt one, but we'll see. But this is a good little magnetic nut driver kit right here. And I was looking at this and wondering something. There's one thing about that kit that I don't really love, and that's the bulkiness of this case, you know. But, and this, by the way, is the Klein 5-piece power driver set. It was like $14, made in the USA bits. Now, I've been using bits, buying screwdriver bits forever, gone through tons of them, but now I've been kind of looking for the perfect ones. I really like these ACR tips, but these are kind of short for me. So I've been looking for a good power driver, you know, and the made in the USA really attracted me about these Kleins. And these are it came with the main ones I would want. So square 1, square 2, you know, it's made for electrical. Phillips 1, Phillips 2. These are just super nice looking bits. And then, you know, a nice little flat, 3/16 flat, I think is what it is, yeah. So I got this in the mail, and I was looking at it after I was using this today and realized something. I think those will go right up in here. Not in a real pretty way, but in a way that works. Move them all over here. I don't know. They might not all fit. Yeah, they will. Oh yeah, totally good. So now this is a screw driving and nut driving case. Now we're working with something. So if you're like me and you're always just looking for something better, that might make you happy. Now here's the number 2 Phillips, which is what I'll use the most. And these ACR ones with the grooves cut into them are amazing. Amazing. But this one's too short. I'm going to do the test that I always do, and that is put a drywall screw on it and just test the wobble. And that is not a lot of wobble. Really, really good. That's a good feeling, Phillips. Really good feeling, Phillips. Yeah, that's fitting really, really nice. Klein, you've done it again. The ACR works really good. It's got those grooves cut into it, but this right here, and these are 3.5 inches, which is really kind of the best length. So this kit, you know, you combine this with, you can throw this in your tool bag, and you get one of these handles, which I actually don't really like this one, this Klein one, but I have several different kinds of these. And, you know, you have this and this. Now you've got magnetic nut drivers. You know, you need a 5/16. Boom. Boom. You got nut drivers. And you got screwdrivers in a hand tool form and a power tool form, which is pretty freaking awesome. For a small package like this, I think that's pretty sweet. Tough to beat, really. I bet you I'll come up with something even better. But until then, I like it. I think I'm going to put that in the tool bag. Look at that case. Pretty sweet. So anyway, what else have I been doing? So speaking of, while I'm doing these channel lock, oh man, I'm looking at these now. Show you guys this. It looks like channel lock. That's like channel lock blue, you know. That plasti dip is freaking awesome. I love that. I'll wait a little bit longer to do another coat. I usually like to do at least 3 or 4 coats on that stuff. So anyway, speaking of restoring tools, I have these guys, which are they're made by Wild Wildy. They say solder steel on them. I've had these ones forever, and as you can see, I've shown them to you in many videos, but they have been through their paces. The handles are wearing away. The teeth are just completely worn out. But somebody said to me when I was showing these, you could take a triangle file and fix those teeth, and you could do some plasti dip handles, which I could very well do. And I was looking at this, and I saw that right there. I've never noticed this before, the years and years that I've been using these pliers. They have a design up under here, and these handles have been jacked up like this for a few years now, and I never noticed that it had that little design there. So I think I'm going to cut these off, and I'm going to start. I've already started a little bit with this triangle file, seeing if I can't sharpen these teeth, you know. And I'm going to take this apart and just see what I can do with this. And I might even make a video, a restoration video about it. But this will be a fun restoration because I did this to these pliers. I've been using them for so long that they're just, you know, I made them the condition that they're in. And now I'm going to try and bring them back to life. So that's what I've been doing in my shop today. I wish that I could have got a better tool haul for you guys, but instead you just got to listen to me talk and ramble about tools. But man, this thing's sweet. I just think this is a super, I've never seen this before. Never seen one of these before. This is the Craftsman All-in-One USA. Worth every bit of $3, you know. You need a Phillips. Boom. Don't even have to fumble with anything or take anything out, you know. It's all part of the thing. Really pretty fun little tool, and happy to get this Craftsman stuff in good condition when I can, and I'll add it to the collection, you know. Pretty neat. So anyway, that's a day in the life of real world tool reviews. Thanks for watching.